long time. Yeah, I took a week off, lazy. But now that we're about to launch in a week, I guess I gotta get my ass back to work. I'm using IG now. It kind of sucks, but we'll move to a better platform later. If you can help me get my followers up to over 10,000 IG, I'll move over to a different platform. So I needed over 10,000, and then and then I'll move to a better higher res platform. So if you guys can help me do that, spread the word. These lessons are pretty cool, hopefully. So today, let me see, what do I want to talk about today? So today I woke up. So this is probably pretty typical of a lot of mornings where you wake up and there's like a couple stuff that's moving. So today we had two things that were moving. Able and XBIO. Let me move this out so you can see more. So I woke up, I was like, dude, these things, I'm trying to locate them, no locates. And so in that case, I'm like, okay. And I looked up, let me see. So I did my research, my fundamentals analysis on this stuff. And I see that Able had a big old effective selling. Basically, they're selling shares back on 8.8. And I'm like, dude, I'm too scared to touch this for a short. I mean, for a long. So I wanted a short. So basically what I did was I tried to locate for shorts and I couldn't find any. So I'm like, shit, dude. So now I have FOMO. I'm sitting there, I actually didn't make a single trade until way later. I'm like, what am I gonna trade? So then Alex was like, you know, I posted this on Twitter. You know, it's better to not make any money than to freaking force a trade and lose, which is pretty much true. So I actually waited, and I'm gonna show you a combination of FOMO, which I did get FOMO, but then using my first balance strategy, I was able to make some money on it. So let's take a look at this. Try to set this up. Sorry guys, it's been like, what? It's been over a week. I've been on vacation. I'm trying to find a best chart for you guys. That's what I'm trying to show you. Best chart. Let's actually use a better chart. So I moved to a different platform today. Let me show you what I've moved to actually. Let me see. Okay, let me show you this and then I'll show you the trades. So XBIO wasn't doing anything. It was actually going down and I was like kind of pissed off because I wanted to short it at $4. I was like, shit, dude. I mean, I saw in my head, I'm thinking, damn it, I would have made 30, 40 cents, you know, it wasn't good. And then I had FOMO, like I like shit, man. I wanted to short this, I couldn't short this. So I just sat on my hands, dude, meaning I didn't do anything, which is good. I didn't do anything. And guess what, dude? Around just a few minutes later, 10 minutes, it freaking trapped every short that had shares. From 360, 350 to 460. So I'm like, so I went from pissed off because I couldn't locate a short to going, oh man, I got saved. My ass got saved. I would have been dead. You know, so that's trading, man. It's kind of like, fuck, man. The FOMO, the fear of missing out, is just playing like havoc on your head, giving you anxiety. Like, I knew it. And then when shit like this happens, you're like, oh man, good thing I got saved. So that's why you should try to eliminate FOMO. It's like, fuck, man, just don't worry about what could have, should have done, because you never fucking know. All you know is your trading strategy, what has worked for you in the past, and just keep doing that, dude. What has never worked is having anxiety, wishing you had a short when there's no shorts, or wishing you had went long a stock earlier, but you didn't. Those do nothing but just fuck with your brain. Okay, so what I did was actually stock this stock. So now that it went ripped up, I was like, I'm very happy. I'm very happy that I did not short this. So what I'm gonna do now is stock for the bounce. And then so my first strategy, my first bounce, I kind of did this myself. So I call it the first bounce strategy. So it's basically the first bounce off of a huge move. So I would consider this a huge move. This is the first huge move of the day. Boom, went up a buck, dude, 360 to 460. So I actually stocked and waited where to bounce. So notice where it faked the first time. You see this little blip? So that was the first, remember I always said the first bounce is always fake? Sure enough, that's the fucking fake. So it bounced off the second time up here. You see that? This ticker is XBIO. XBIO. So once again, dude, first bounce is fake. Remember, I kept on telling you that. So if you're gonna try it, it's okay to try the first one. Just go really small, man. Just go tiny. So let me actually show you what I did for the trade. I did not do a perfect trade on this. I mean, so I had straight up FOMO, man. I was like, shit, I didn't trade anything for the first 15, 20 minutes. And I was like, dude, I'm missing out. Everyone's making money on short. So I kind of like, so remember I said the first bounce is fake? So I kind of nibbled it small. Let me see. I want to work on a better way to set this stuff up because I hope you guys can see it because this is really bad to see. So I just basically scaled in because I know that, dude, it's just gonna have a big bounce. That's my strategy. I mean, I had faith. I mean, people go, how do you know all this shit? I mean, I don't, dude. I'm just using pure technical analysis. And the fact that this is my strategy. This is one of my strategies, is the first bounce. So I kind of screwed up by nibbling smaller. It's okay, because my intention is not to nibble just once. I'm trying to find the bottom, okay? And so when I find the bottom, I'm gonna load up on the bottom. So I started nibbling very small here. Because you know what, I went up for 460, dude. So from 460 down to 410 around, I mean, dude, that's pretty big drop, dude. 50-cent drop. Because if I had filled it and it went up, I would have pretty dumped it. Because I'm like, dude, that's not a big enough fake out like bounce for me. Because it needs to trap people. It needs to shake out all the chasers, all the long. It needs to trap all the shorts as well. So the true bounce came at the second area down here, which is, as you notice here, this is what I did. Let's go back in. Let's go back here. I don't know where there's a light there. Sorry guys, I don't know where there's a light here. Let me try and move the screen over. I see I'm nibbling here. You can't really see it's the green. These are greens, so these are buying. So I'm buying a bunch of them down here, see? These are so people say, I don't use candle. I don't really use candle. You do whatever you want. I just draw lines, you know? And so the line I saw was around here, which is like the 380s. And so once it started giving them a green thing, I bought more. And so then I just unscaled out. So notice, so this also teaches the scaling. I'm scaling slowly, then I'm adding more down here. So now as I unscale, if I didn't have FOMO, so I actually had FOMO and I started earlier than I should have. So I broke my own rule, that first bounce rule, where I said the first bounce is fake. So once the first bounce, it traps people in, oh, tank more, and that's what happened here. So I would have made more if I didn't nibble this, but I nibble small, so it didn't really hurt me. But if I had just saved the bullets for down here, I would have been much better. And so when I unscaled it out, you know, so I made money. So all these were in the money. All these were just filler trades, meaning smaller size. And so notice then I sold it here, right? So I unscaled it out here. So I played it safe. I mean, I could have held it for more. But, you know, so I was just kind of like, dude, today was a slow day for me. I just wanted to lock in a win. I didn't have a cushion because, I mean, this was pretty much the only trade I did. And then what I did was I added more money by waiting once again. And look, notice how I added all this back. See that? So once the bottom is set, dude, so now I'm not adding anything up here. See that? I'm adding it right back to where the bottom of the line is. So notice how many times I add on the bottom. That I would sell it here. And I sold it here. So I played it the second bounce very nicely. I sold it all here. You know what? So take a look at the chart. Let's go back to the chart. And let's actually show it on here. Yeah, this setup's not good. I'm gonna do a better job setting up for next one, guys. Sorry about this. So on this chart, it's a little easier to read. So I was nibbling down here. So this is where I set the line, around the 389 area, 390. So every time I touched this, I would buy it and sell it. And then once it broke under, I'm like done, dude. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna chase anymore. So after a certain time, it's like the easy reads are over. So like I said, I mean, this is for me, it's a relatively small trade. But I mean, it's all relative, right? If you had done this would probably made your entire salary for your entire day or week of work. So I mean, it all depends on how you look at it. Remember I said you only need one trade, one good setup a day. The people that are listening to this, they're not guys making millions of dollars a year. So that, I mean, this doesn't apply to them. They have their own strategies, right, that work. So, but for you guys, I'm just telling you, man, it's like, this is what you do. You treat it like a sniper. You stalk this stock. You wait for certain patterns to develop that you are comfortable with. So for me, I mean, I don't like to chase momentum all the way up because I'm a little slow, dude. Because when I see this stuff, I'm like, I don't want to chase because you got these guys in the chat room pumping this up. I don't want to be the guy that's buying the stuff that they sell. So for me, I developed my own strategy where I want the second wave a little slower so that I can time it, that I can set up my trades. All these fucking farmers that are telling you to set up hotkeys, they're fucking scammers, man. I'm telling you, I'm so pissed at them because the way they're trading it's a scam. They do not use hotkeys to do this shit. The hotkeys are for the idiots that are chasing at any price. The reason he's telling you this because he issues a buy alert on a stock. And he goes, I bought this here. And so he's telling you to hotkey buy, which is a market buy. Are you an idiot? You don't even know what prices you're filling at. Okay? And so all my trades are set up so that, I mean, based upon technicals and my strategy is all set up. My trades are sitting there waiting for the orders to come to me. If it doesn't come to me, so be it. Okay, so there's two different ways to do it. So one is I actually predicted that it's gonna do this. The other is, okay, I'm gonna use my sheep, I'm gonna pump this stock up, I'm gonna have them use a hotkey, buy all these stocks up, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell. So that's what he did. Then the moment that you're doing a hotkey buy, he's already doing a hotkey sell to you. It's a completely scam model that there's no way that any of those sheep can make money on their own. And so that's pretty much it, guys. So once again, like I read the comments, and the last time there's always a bunch of idiots on YouTube commenting this crap. It's like, hey man, You know what, man? This stuff's not gonna work 100%. Nothing works 100%. The key is charting is probability. It's the probability that you're gonna be able to see a pattern. Okay, patterns don't work 100% of the times. So, but the thing is, like, it's gonna work most of the time. Where, hey, man, if you follow it, you keep doing it, you'll make money. And so that's just my own pattern. You can have any sort of pattern you want. So the key is just to look and know your personality. My personality nowadays, I'm slow. I'm not the guy pumping the stock. If I was pumping the stock, yeah, I'll be buying this shit here and pumping it to you and selling it to here. But I'm the guy that's waiting now. So there's like in boxing, there's two types of guys, right? There's a guy that's going to what do you call it? My brain's not working right now. It's a long weekend. A counter puncher. I consider myself a counter trader, a counter puncher trader. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the market to do something, and then I'm going to react to it. I'm not the guy that's throwing the first punch, okay? Because in my opinion, the best fighters in the world are all defensive counter punchers. They're waiting for the guy to set up something, and then they're going to react, and then they're going to clip them. Mayweather is undefeated. He's boring as hell, but he's the greatest counter puncher of all time, and has never lost. You can call him what you want, but he's never lost a single fight. I'm okay with being a Mayweather of trading. Call me boring as hell, robotic, whatever the hell you want to call me, but I don't want to lose. Okay, and so and this is not a game of sport where, hey man, I was down 100 grand, I came back from the dead, now I'm up. That's not exciting to me, man. That's fucking that's like, I don't want to do that. And so I'm looking for plays that I can react to in my own time frame. And so, I mean, so if you just forget about the first area and you waited for the second bounce to buy, you would be made money. And now the selling part is up to you, man. I mean, for me, I usually play it safe, and so I'm out some here, half here, and the other half here. And so that's enough for me to make, you know, an average salary if you want to do that. So today, basically, I talked about FOMO, because I did have FOMO, and that's why I kind of started too early. Once again. But this thing went to 460, so you know there's a pumper in there. And so the first bounce strategy works because of this theory I came up with. There's some guy that's ramming it for 460. So you know there are guys that are stuck trying to buy this and move it up. And they're waiting for the bounce. And so that's why I'm waiting for that one. The first bounce is the easiest one. The next ones are smaller, and that's why it's like, if you go back, that's your own risk. So notice when I came back down, I only added twice here, once here. Because every subsequent area, it becomes less and less effective. It's like bouncing a ball, dude. You take a ball, you stand up, you drop it. Each time it bounces smaller and smaller, okay? And then till the next guy comes and tries to bounce it up higher. So that's my theory. And so basically scaling is this strategy, it requires scaling, because I don't know where the actually bounce would be, but I do feeler trades all the way down. And then so when I know there's a bounce, then I can add more, and then I start to unravel it out. You know, this is just my strategy, guys. I mean, this is one of many, but today I just want to show you a long strategy and how I dealt with FOMO. Because I went into the market today, didn't make a single trade. I had the hell of FOMO, but thank God I controlled myself. I just did small. And so notice, like, once the bottom came, I knew where the bottom is, and I started buying all the bottom. And this is all long side, guys. All right, guys. Hopefully the next video will be better, but have a good day.